right now. Actually, yeah, you're on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody. This is Victor. I'm here with Nati, Gilton, Mel, and also Monique. And we are about to talk about The Handmaid's Tale, which is a TV series available on Hulu and also in Globoplay. And if you guys want to watch it, and it talks about in a society in which women are, some of them, not everyone, of course, are designed to have children, and basically that what is meant to be a woman in this society. And it's actually not the whole world, and it's just the USA, and the whole world isn't like that. So the Canadians, for example, they don't agree with it, and some of the girls can trespass the border, so they become free from this society. But women are forced to have children, and they're forced to kill, they're forced to get raped, and a lot of things, a lot of really bad things, just to summarize it. And I like to talk about it, to sexuality, social issues, sexism, and this things related to society. That's why I brought this subject for today. So now let's hear Nati's introduction and then the others.
Hi guys, I'm Nachi. I'm 33 now. I'm living in Fortaleza with my dog and my cat, so probably they will show here once. I work as a secretary and I'm studying to try to become a public servant. And I didn't watch this show, just the first season. I didn't like the time of the things happens. For me, it's too slow. But I had the book because I bought to try to read, but I don't have time yet. So he's in my line to read.
Yeah, I'll read it too. But right now I'm watching season 4. So there's season 4, and then the 5 one, and then the book, and then all the TV show again because I love it. Monique, tell us something about you.
So I'm from Aracaju, Sergipe, but I'm living in São Paulo now. I'm 32 and I am a journalist. And in my free time, I like to play board games, watch reality shows, series, movies, listen to podcasts, and I think it's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Edilton, who are you?
Nice to meet you all, folks. I'm Hilton. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. I'm 38 years old. I'm an IT professional. I like to program some programs, softwares in Linux, Windows. I like to play games, and I like to go to the beach also. And I invite all of that to go make a trip to Salvador, Bahia, enjoy the beaches and the culture, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Great to have you here, Edilton. Mel, finally you.
I'm Mel. I live in São Paulo. I was born here, but I already lived in Santa Catarina. I like to learn languages. I speak English, French, and I'm learning German too. So yeah, I like this kind of thing. I'm not really into series or movies or you know animes. I don't know, but I like sometimes I watch a few movies, and that's all. That's it.
Yeah. Your microphone, I can hear you properly. I mean, I can understand, but I don't know if it's far from your mouth, but just to make sure that we can understand you better.
And now, what about
Yeah,
now?
I think it's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So let's finally start the conversations. Are you guys able to see the questions? I hope so. Okay.
Okay.
So starting by you, Monique, is The Handmaid's Tale a scary prediction of the future? scary, or do you think it's possible?
I think maybe it's possible. I am really afraid about that because it's a nightmare. So I always, when I am watching the series, I'm thinking about this and think that would be so horrible for the women, and it's huge. It's difficult, this kind of reality. So I don't want this reality for me or for the women in general.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Mel? Do you think it's scary or it will be necessary in the future?
I don't really know. Um, yeah, I think this I didn't watch the movie, so I don't really know what it is. But this kind of thing, it's not good. This kind of thing should be like the people that make this these things should be like punished. It's a scary thing for everybody. I don't think this should be a reality in any kind of way.
Yeah, yeah. What's your opinion, Gilton?
I do not believe that situation is a scary prediction because today is several fights about the rights of the women, the birthday rights of the women. So it's important thing to do because in that moment, many countries uh, making is making an effort to the situation did not happen in the future. So it's important to us fight with that, contributing the in one of other form to this future did not have.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, there are a lot of countries implementing policies to make sure that people will want to have children because in some countries we have really old person and the majority of the population is old and people are not having children anymore. So they have some policies like making like I don't know, benefits for the families who wants to raise a child. So that's a policy, but forcing it, it's really scary for me. But I mean, I think we are capable to do anything because we're human, like, and I mean, people are really bad sometimes. I wish it could be different, but I don't know. What do you think, Nati? Do you think that's possible?
Mm, I don't think so because for happen something like in this show, I think it's necessary a level of power that no one have in the world. And but I think if someone try to spread this idea, we'll have a lot of people to agree with this bullshit. And for more studies, I think a lot of women will agree to with this idea. But I don't think it's possible to. I hope not. No one could do this.
Yeah, yeah. I hope too, but who knows? So let's go to question number two. In the Handmaid's Tale, women did not have a say in what happened to their bodies, merely becoming concubines for reproductive means. Is there any good in living like that nowadays? Is there any good, Nachi?
I don't think so. Now it's I think we women don't have much power about our body. It's not like in the show because I watched it. It's terrible what they do to have kids, but I don't believe we have the power that we should have about our own body. We know about the contraceptions methods. It's very the women is very judged when they say that don't want to have kids, they want to make that surgery to avoid this. It's like you are a witch in will go to hell. It's not an ideal word, but I think it's better than how it's in the show.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Mel? Is there any good in having this, I don't know, this proposal of life? Is there something we can take like, oh, this part can be good?
I don't think so. There isn't, in my opinion, there isn't any, anything good to live like that. I think it's, I don't know, there's many like situations that can happen, so it's different in each case. But I think that's something we need to talk about. But and but with that in that way, like being raped or this kind of thing, no, there is any good part in it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
even though we can like try something, some methods to if the population is going like is diminuindo, um, some kind of some acts, I feel acts will be taken to change that, or even the contrario way, in the way contrario. But it depends. Like it depends after that, after that point, on how people are going to make it work. To make it work.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get it. And you, Tom, what do you think about question number two?
Is a challenging question because there's today some society that in the arranged marriages, the women simply have a role to have the children, the descendants. But it's strange to believe that is a good in living nowadays in that form because we are citizens of a Western continent, and in our society, it's important to have a family, yeah, but simply reduce the women only to be a mother is not good. Today, the mother in Brazil have rights and ascend, and they uh, increased your power to have the life that she get better for.
Okay, okay. What's your point, Monique? Do you have something good specifically to share?
I think there isn't anything good about this policy. I hate everything about this. So I think we can't do nothing good with this kind of reality that the TV show us.
Yeah, I'm trying to come to something, come to an idea like, but I can't think about any good, like there's nothing good in there. Nothing, because their children, it's not even their, it's, I mean, it's horrible and there's nothing. I mean, they don't work properly. Like some women, they don't work in terms of going to a place to work and then getting money to survive. But at the same time, they pay with their soul, with everything. They don't have to go to work, but they're doing so many things that compensate it, and I can think of one single good part of it. So question number three. Oh, this is a big question. In the religious community, Christians find this novel offensive, believing that the novel's viewpoint is extremist Christian beliefs, fueling the violation of human rights and subjugation to women, and women is an attack on their religion. Do you think that the majority of contemporary Christians still see reproductive means as the most important aspect of being a woman? Why? Starting by you, Mel.
Maybe. I think like um, there is a good part, like the people. I don't know if the major part of it, but I think that it's the main. Um, how can I say that? The main act. I
Goal,
don't know.
the main goal.
Yeah, goal. It's the main goal that women have to to give birth and to have a child, kids. And but I think it nowadays it's a little bit different too. People are now more a little bit more flexible and I don't know, think more, in different cases. So I think that it is a little bit of reality, but it changes.
Okay. Yeah. And guys, I don't wanna, if any of you is Christian, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be and that you believe in it. I'm just saying that the majority of us are Christians as Brazilian. So I think it makes sense to bring Christians to the subject because almost everyone is. So yes. What's your opinion, Juton?
Good question. I I think it depends of the type of Christian. Why I did that? Because in some types of Christians, it's more radical about the uh, reproductive capabilities of women. For example, witness of Jehovah. For them, the woman has an important role to have a family. Put dot end. Final point. But in other Christian or Catholic people, for example, it's not a big problem. Many women don't have a family and are Catholics also. It's not a big problem to have a kid or to be a mother. In fact, Maria is a mother of Jesus, but it's not an obligation to all of women be a mother of children. Right? Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah, I do understand. And I think it's important to point that Christians are not the same. Maybe, I mean, there's a variety of Christians, and some of them are more open to see the life in different ways from the Bible or what the mainstream say. What does it mean to be a Christian? And that's totally okay. What's your opinion, Monique? You're reading the question like this, and what do you
Oh,
think?
oh no, it's because I have a headache. It's
Oh
only
yeah,
because
I'm
of this.
sorry.
But I don't think the majority of Christians think like this. But I think the this kind um, of perspective is still in our society. For example, the people really wants that the women have a marriage, have a guy or something like that. And when the girl got married, that the girl have a child, and it's boring. For example, I don't want to have a kid right now, or maybe never. And and for me, it's so sad that the people are asking me about this, and I don't want now. Maybe after in the future, but now I don't want. So let me be free.
Yeah, yeah. I think I kind of understand this because I mean, all the time, like my sister, for an example, my grandmother all the time say, What about the kids? So when? I'm waiting for it. You've been dating and you're married, so what's the point of having a relationship if you don't have kids? I want to be a great grandmother for them, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, stop, shut up. You're not gonna take care of those kids. Just let the girl live the way she wants, and I mean, it doesn't have any sense for me. What do you think, Nati?
I think for those who is more traditional, they follow more strict the rules of the church and in the Bible. I work in a hospital that is administered by a Catholic company. Is the priests and da da da. I think few months ago, a girl tried to make a surgery to avoid, not a surgery. She wants to put a DIU, and they say that's not possible because the hospital doesn't do the procedure because of the rules of the church. And she put on Instagram, there's a lot of news, and in the comments of Instagram, a lot of Catholics was defending the hospital because they are right. It's a Catholic hospital. They have to follow Pope and blah blah blah. So I think who is more how can I say, it's more strict in the faith that it's a sin do this was very the lawyers had a lot of job in this day.
Yeah, one question. Is it a public
No,
hospital?
no, 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 no.
Oh, it's a
It's
private.
a private. Yes, but they have some here in Northeast. They attend by SUS too, but in this case, they don't. They is not allowed to say no because in SUS they offer this procedure.
Yes. Oh, that's really sad. I've never heard about it, but yeah, that's a bit sad. So let's go to question number 4. Should religion be mixed with politics? Why or why not? What's your opinion, Juto?
I believe that this subject did not be beat. We have a bad experience in the past elections because of the politics use the religion with arguments to be the best candidate is not good. The result is not good because politics is necessary to make a decision, think about the future of a country. And religion is based by a simply beliefs, and it's nobody like to discuss this your beliefs. So is is not the good path for our democracy to mix these two subjects. It's not good for us.
Okay, okay. What do you think, Monique? Should it be mixed?
No, I think it's very dangerous. And like Edilton said, it's nowadays we can see this kind of example. Then politics are using religion to try to be elected or to get what they want, and we see that's very dangerous for us, for our society, because they have to be a kind of impartial, you know. I don't know if this word exists in English, impartial. I don't know, but you are understanding what I am saying. So I don't think that it's a good way to follow.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Of course, there are some things in religion, like if you look to the Catholic one, like people really appreciate not killing, not stealing, not doing these things that we find unethical and a crime, actually. But what about the other things? That's really complicated. And I think some politicians, they follow these strategies of being associated with a biblical person, like the one who will save us, the one that will guide us, the one that will be a hero, and it's been chosen by God. In the past, we had this, like the kings, they were chosen by God, and then in their blood, they have the right things to lead the society. And I think still nowadays people use this narrative to convince the others because religion it's really powerful. I mean, being faithful, it's really powerful and it's a strong feeling and it connects us all and it makes us part of something bigger than being human, I think. So it's really complicated. What do you think, Mel? Should it be mixed?
Um, I think not, but it is in some way related because if you follow like if you are if you follow one religion, you will maybe search for some any
There's
politics.
a noise and it's it's making a noise. I don't
Let me
know
see.
where. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
no, it's okay.
I think that it is related. If someone follows one religion, they will search for some politics that follow that that thing too, that religion in any kind of way. So I think it's related, but we should not like mix it up, mix it all together. I think it's a thing that needs to be like discutido, um, pensado. People need to think a lot about it, but yeah, it's related. It's related, I think.
Yeah, I really agree with you. And it's really interesting because if you are a politician, it may be impossible to get rid of the religion because it's what you believe. But then it shouldn't be like this because you're not just a politician for the Christians, you're a politician for everyone. You are representing the society, not just the people that go to the church and pray. Yeah, that's really sad. What do you think, Nati? I think I know your answer, but
Yes,
maybe
it's
you can
no.
change.
No, no mix the two things. Because as the girl said, I don't believe when a person is true religion, when it's the time to discuss and vote the public policies, they will think, okay, this is good for the society, but it's against my beliefs. So I will say yes. No, she will say, oh, God will condemn this. So I don't care about the people who will benefit about this. I will say no for everything that's against my religion. And I don't think it's that way that this thing has to continue because, as you said, they are to represent everyone, not just who is from the same religion.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the answers. So I am tired of reading the questions. Monique, please, can you read question number 5 and answer it? Is it okay
Okay,
for you?
it's okay, it's okay.
Okay.
In a world known for wars between religions and countries, is Atwood's fictional world that absurd to believe? I think no. It's my short answer. Did the whole race not get decimated during World War II because of their religious preferences and personal appearances? Uh, Let me read again. Yes. Sure, we say we are beyond such mindless cruelties, but are a return. I'm sorry, it's because I have a big headache. I can think too much. It's difficult to me. When
It's
I'm
okay.
like
Do you want
this,
a time?
when I'm like this kind of headache, I can think too much because I think it's paying more.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you want a time
It's
to think
okay.
about the question?
It's better. Thank you.
Okay, so now Nati's answering because she's ready.
No, just a second. I don't think that's absurd to believe, but I don't believe too that will be in that way because I don't know if the women will be so weak to let this thing happen in that proportional. But I think wars or rule laws based on religions, yes, it's possible. And about the World War II, I think Hitler was not happy with the Judges because they were more richer. And if you saw, Germany was not in a good way, and the Jewish was every day more and more rich. And so they don't like this and do that thing terrible. It's not just about the religion, it's about more about money. As every war.
Yeah, yeah, it's money, power, and resources. That's all about it. What do you think, Mel? Are you ready to answer?
Let's see. um, in the novels, it is so powerful. This all these things we were talking about. That's it. So
Yeah,
it's like if we think like what a like normal world should be, it is absurd to think about it like that. I think all this we need to get better to improve to point these things to improve it. Yeah. So I think it is an absurd to believe like thinking the way it should be. So yeah, for me it's like that. It shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't agree with that. The way all these things working the way. I think it's something terrible, terrible for everybody.
yeah. It's really terrible. Oh my, I love the way that Nati's dog hugs her. It's so lovely. She's so passionate with you. It's like, oh, that's great. Edilton, what's your opinion about question number 5?
I like this question because in same time is a absurd to believe in that word, but this actually happen in that world in our world. In that moment is happening absurds like that. In Africa, for example, we have in that moment dictatorships with the most absurd things happened today. In that moment, we have four countries in a war: Russia and Ukraine with several war crimes, and Israel with Palestine with several crimes. Genocides happen, a lot of people die, and in a TV show, it showed our world with this absurd. But this absurd here is very interesting. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. It happened and it's happening somehow. So, Monique, are you familiar with the question? Do you feel ready to talk or do you prefer not talking about it?
I prefer to move on to this the next question. I
Okay, it's
don't
okay.
I can't think too much about this there are three questions and I can't I'm thinking about something now. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. So question number six asks if the USA had incorporated completely the aspects of the society presented in the TV show, would the rest of the world still have the dream of living the American way of life? I think this is really, uh, I don't know, maybe, to be honest, maybe propaganda, it's really dangerous. And I mean, even though they would force people to incorporate it, they will sell a great version of the American way of life, living like that. I don't know nowadays because it's really complicated to change the public opinion of a lot of countries, but maybe the weak ones in terms of economic, in terms of, you know, the resources to survive as a country, they would offer like, oh, if you adopt the American way of life, I'll trade it with you. I will help you to with your industry. I will help you to, you know, grow as a country. So in change, you can be with me living like that. And I think that's totally possible. It's really weird to imagine a country like that. But if we look to the USA, it's one of the most powerful countries of the entire world. So if they live like that, and if they continue to make trade with the others in the same way, I think nobody would want to challenge the country. Nobody would want to challenge the USA if they're keeping the trade, if they're keeping the resources, if everything's normal, but not the society. And I think, I mean, we can look to the China, but I think they wouldn't do it. Russia, they wouldn't do it as well because I think it doesn't matter for them. What matters is the money. It's keeping things on track to their society. And of course, we would have the international organization saying they should stop, but they don't have power afterwards. So, yeah, that was my reflection. Do you want to start answering, Monique?
Okay, I can answer that question. I traveled to USA the last year, and I didn't feel comfortable as a woman there, and I didn't feel safe and comfortable. I passed for so many situations, bad situations, like with assedio or something like that. And the most part of the travel, the trip, I was alone. So it was very difficult to me. So I think if this kind of thing, like in the TV show, happens in USA, I think it will be worse. I think it will be very bad for all the women there.
Yeah, yeah, totally. What do you think, Ejuto? You were agreeing with me while I was talking, but do you have something to add to this question?
In my opinion, the culture of the US is based on a market. US is very good to create characters, create principles using the market, use this idea to uh, do the population simply follow that thing, that mode of think, and is a huge influence of our the media about that. But in certain situations, this power of the media did not work properly. For example, in the history of China, the US sent a lot of quantity of money to do the China became a liberal country, but did not happen. China had a huge development, but continued to be a Chinese country with your principles, terrorism, and the other values about this Chinese society because the China is a country that it has 5,000 years. old. Let's say 5 millennia. In that situation, the market did not work. So I don't think the situation in the TV show the US pass or try to do in a large scale in the country. The other countries will copy that. The American way of life will be in that moment. Each country will adapt for your situation. Brazil, for example, you adapt. In the other countries in the Europe, you adapt. You will have a lot of debates about the situation. We will have a lot of protests in other countries about the situation. But in essence, in fact, it's not to be a great situation to change the world properly. It's not to be.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Nat? Do you think they would influence us?
Um, Here is a strong, we have a strong sexist culture, but I think the women it's very organized here. I think has some country that women cannot be organized because they don't have the same rights that we have here. So I think in this country, probably they will follow the USA because it's country that is governed by men, and for the men, it's the ideal is the paradise. This situation. So, but here, I don't think. I hope the women can do something, at least fight a little bit.
Yes. I just had a thought about do you know the song called Man Down by Rihanna? Rum pum pum
Yes,
pum, man down.
yeah.
I just think about her like shooting each man. And we in here like with
No,
big
I say fighting not this way, just
oh,
with
I'm sorry.
argument. No, just with arguments and pickets and this kind of things. But it was necessary. Hopopopo, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking like this about divas pops like Anita and then Yvette and then a lot of women fighting and they're really strong and I think they would win somehow. What's your opinion, Mel? Did you answer the question? Not really.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Um, if if so, the USA had this comportamentos. How can I say that? I forgot.
Behaviors.
Behaviors. Yes, exactly. Um, I think like people from other countries would see them, would see the how USA works, and if it's like strict with strict laws like that made by men, I think don't think the other countries or people would like to live that American way of life. You know, people would like want freedom, would like have to fight against it, and even the USA women would have to take power to fight against it. You know, this kind of manipulation of the society. So that's it.
Yeah, yeah, I think it makes sense because I think they would manipulate us, but not everyone. This question is so hard, but I like to talk about it. So we have some minutes. I'm not sure if everyone will get to talk, but let's speak quickly in answering question number 7. We will not answer question number 8. It's the big one, the bigger. I'm gonna do a part 2 of this conversation. I'm gonna do it, I promise. So, starting by you, Nati, if you were a handmaid, would you accept the imposition of traditional values, or would you fight until the end of your life to change the place that you live? What would you do?
Uh, I think I'm not courage enough. Unfortunately, every time I was reading something that is about war or other bad things with people, I always think, if it was with me, what I will do in this situation? And I think I'm not courage enough. Probably I will just accept it and pray to God to help me.
Yeah. What about you, Monique? Would you fight?
For sure. I
Ram,
can
pam, pam, pam.
are discussing maybe it was it would be necessary, but I think it's very difficult. Every time that I watch this series, I feel so uncomfortable about see those women be raped and everything that happening in this series. It's very sad, and I don't feel good about this, you know. I think if I were in this position, I will feel a shit.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Edilton? For men, it's easier to live in there, but even though, would you be cool with it, or would you fight?
If I was a handmaid in that situation, I will simply hide. Maybe I did not fight, but you hide, escape for other country, or the situation, or other society, as I can, but I did not stay. I will not stay in that situation, right? In that situation. It's very
Yes.
oppressive.
So somehow you would fight because you would run. I mean, it's really, when you watch the TV series, really hard to run. They control every part of the border, but yeah, it's a possibility. What about you, Mel? Would you be aligned to Nachi or to Monique?
I think Monique, because you know it's our right, to not live that way. And I mean, we all need to have this, like, how can I say that in English? Like, bom senso. So we're not gonna do anything like extremely different, because that doesn't even make sense, just to contrariar. But do some things that um, give us the right to don't live that way, because it's a extremely extreme way. It's a totally um, it's totally against us. I don't know. It's against women, and if it, the way the country is commandado doesn't respect us as humans, I don't think that works. That should be a good way. That should be the way everything works. So we have
Yes.
to, if something is against, like, this kind of thing, this human basic thing, we all should fight fight against it.
Yes. I'm thinking about it, and at first I thought I would be just like Nachi because I don't feel that I'm that powerful, but I think I wouldn't last that longer, so I would kill myself instead of. I think running, it's a possibility, but I think it's almost like suicide. So, but first, I would kill a commander, my commander. I would kill him with the knife in here, and then I would kill myself. Or maybe Aunt Lydia, I would kill her too, because she's so horrible. I mean, for the ones who don't know, she's the ones that it's almost like a boss to control the girls. She teach the girls how to get raped. I mean, to lay down in the bed and then she she's horrible, that woman. She's really bad. But the commanders are too, because they have power and they don't want to change. And Lydia, she doesn't have power. She's a woman, but at the same time, she does. So I would kill somebody strong and then I would kill myself. That's my answer. So guys, we have no time, but that was such a great conversation. One of the best for me. And I just want to say thank you all for coming, especially for Edilton, Mel, and Monique, who are here for the first time, and also for Nati, who is a great partner. She's also in here with me, and I like to hearing her opinion. And I mean, it's so amazing to share my views with you and to hear yours and to respect all of it. So we don't have more time, but I hope I can see you in here again in the next week and in the future meetings, okay? And I'll keep on track and waiting for all of you, okay? So bye
Okay, okay.
bye, guys.
Thank